or how it's going to work. So just to be sure, I'm going to record my own screen as well. Set a security question here, and when you change this value, you can see the actual value of the password. So when somebody saves their account and he or she leaves their computer open and they have the option enabled to save the passwords, like I'm going to enable right now, that's a way to view their account details. So I'm going to log out real quick, going to log in again just to show you guys this. Inspect element, and when I change type equals password, going to change the type equals text, and I can just view the password. Now most websites have an option to view the password already, so it's not a big deal. Now first thing first, I'm going to add some things to the basket, these items, and I'm going to see what I can do. So I made a post request to the basket with my basket ID is number 7, so I can see that I got an identifier and a quantity here. For this identifier, what I'm going to do is start a new private tab. I'm going to go to the URL again. I'm going to create a new account because I want to get the identifier of a new basket. So when I have 2 accounts, I can have 2 baskets. Welcome to use up. Thank you. I'm going to create a new account here, not a customer. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Same password and same security question and everything. Now they say you cannot change this later, but I'm not so sure about that. You know me, I want to trust everything, but I want to verify it as well. So what I'm going to do is log in, and since this is Firefox as well, and since my proxy of my Firefox is set to burp, I can see that I logged in now, and when I get my basket, I can see that the basket ID is 8 over here. So what I'm going to do is add product 24 to basket number 8, C1, and we get an unauthorized error. That's good, because what I also want to do is get this request, send it to the my repeater, and since this is a get request, I want to see, oh look, the get works. So this means I completed one of the challenges at tier 1. This is one of the IDORs. I already solved this in my video, by the way, so I know this would work. Now what I'm going to try to do is maybe see the products. One of my favorites, that's good. I'm going to leave a comment here. See what that does. Now, as you can see, my burp, I have burp pro, so he is already showing me a few things. A lot of this is vulnerable to cross-site request forgery, he says. I want to make sure that it is. When I go and look on my proxy and I see these post requests that he's talking about, for example, the review, I can see that my application, my accept header is application JSON. Now, cross-site request forgery is where I make a website that sends a post request to the target website and the name of the user. So, for example, I'm making a request right here to post a review, and when I post that review, I can do it only from Juice Shop. I cannot do it from other websites. Now, cross-site request forgery means that I can do it from another website. So I can make a different website, I can make a POC for that, and I can try it, but it won't work since my application header, my accept header here is application JSON. This means that cross-site request forgery is possible, but you will need Ajax to do it. It's jQuery, and it's not really that easy, so it is better to have it, of course, but that doesn't mean a lot. Now, what I can see here is that when I liked this thing, this comment from admin at Juice Shop, I can see that I can no longer like it because the button is suddenly disabled. And now I wonder what happens if I remove the disabled. Can I like it again? No, I cannot like it again. That's a shame. I can see that I can edit a review. I wonder what happens when I try to edit that review as another user. Now, as you can see, the identifier is pretty good in here. So let's try and post cross-site script review. So it's X. Let's see what this thing does. Nothing. That's pretty good. Alright. Now let's see what else we can do in here. How about checking out the scoreboard and seeing all the challenges? Oh, that's good. I only have my own. So let's see if we can get some ungraceful error handling in here. I cannot post to this basket ID. Let's see if I try to add a negative quantity. And we get a beautiful error here. Serialize unique constraint error query. So that's also another 1 star. Oh, look at this. This is nice. We get some nice SQL errors here. Let's see if we can generate some SQL errors. So basket single quote, unauthorized invalid basket. Let's see if we can get a quantity of single quote. I highly doubt it. Internal server error, unexpected token. So yeah, that's not what he expected, not what he liked. Let's see what else we can do. Privacy policy tier 1. Cross-site scripting. There should be some cross-site scripting with an iframe. Let's see if we can find this cross-site scripting somewhere in the reflected. Reflected is usually in search bars. Let's go back to Juice Shop. Search specifically for this. Voila. There we go. There was a cross-site scripting. This is a reflected cross-site scripting. Now you guys might be wondering why this is reflected cross-site scripting. Reflected means that I have a get parameter here, and my get parameter is a cross-site scripting request. So as you can see, I have an iframe, source equals JavaScript alert, blah blah blah. One thing I can tell you guys, please don't use alerts. Use a confirm. An alert is the most filtered JavaScript term that there is out there. If you want to evade web application filters, don't use an alert, use a confirm. So there we go as well. That's another point down. We got the cross-site scripting there. In the meantime, while that is loading, I'm also going to see if I can get some non-reflective cross-site scripting, so some stored cross-site scripting. Let's see, enter username. Set username. That's interesting. Iframe source. So here you have a filter and also a gravatar link. Let's see if we can maybe insert some Google stuff in here. Maybe we can just insert something that's not from gravatar, and maybe we can get some external things inserted into the website that are not supposed to happen. Let's see what else we can do. Apparently I'm not logged in this tab anymore, so let me relog here. 3, 4, log in. Voila. Meanwhile, we can also see give a devastating 0-star feedback to the store. Alright, let's see if we can review our store. Basket contact us, customer feedback. Test 1 to 3. Let's just see if we can change the value of what we have here. So again, I'm going to inspect element. It's not going to let me do a lot. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to my proxy, and this is where I'm going to intercept the traffic. Just to make sure why won't, okay, I have to still solve minus 6 1. So 1 minus 9 equals 5 equals minus 4. Now I have to submit, and when I submit I can see 1, 2, so this is probably not the request. This is the request I'm looking for. Captcha minus 4, rating 0 forward. And then I'm just going to let through my intercepts. Thank you for your feedback. Let's see what we got here. So we did a post to the API feedback. We got the edit request with rating 0 and a response success data rating 0. We rated it 0 stars. That's not supposed to happen, and that's a business logic error in my opinion. You're not supposed to be able to do 0-star ratings. Next challenge. Yeah, it'll depend a little bit on which account I use, because I always test with 2 different accounts. I'm going to take a moment to check my chat real quickly. Deserialization cybertuna. Can you give me an example? I have no idea how to do that. I haven't done that in real life yet. Let's go back. I'm going to keep my chat open here. So let's see. Privacy and security. Read our privacy policy. This is not really interesting. Two-factor authentication. And this is interesting. We can try to add two-factor authentication, and then we can try to bypass it. Password changes. Now let's see, test 3. Going to see if I can change it to the same password for now. Password was successfully changed. That's good, because I don't really want to change my password. I'm sure I'll forget. Let's see, set up tokens. So apparently we also did a get for the two-factor authentication, and we did a get for the password. Ooh, this is not good. The passwords are sending the get requests. This is something I really would avoid, you guys. When you send the password in your get request, that means that you open yourself up to a man-in-the-middle attack. When someone intercepts this request, you can be sure that you have a problem. Admin is false. It's not an IP. So what I'm going to try to do is see if I can change some of these options. Let's see. And secure deserialization. I'm going to have to read up on this, because I have no clue what I would be doing. But that's a good idea. I'm going to read up on that for sure. So I have some data exports here. Let's see if I can get some other data exports. No, that's just a data export. Data erasure. Last login IP. All not very interesting. Alright, well, of course there is probably some stuff you can do with this, but that's not something I would really check for. I'm going to check the checkout progress, maybe see if I can get some gift cards. Let's see, payment. Okay, so nothing really interesting in here, I think. going to check real quick just to make sure. Nope, nothing really interesting in here. Let's check the scoreboard again. I'm going to see if we can do or find anything interesting in the 2-star category for now. Admin section. Get to the administrator section on the store. So I'm going to go to. I'm going to use my Burp Pro license for this. Let's see. Engagement tools, discover content, and run my session. I'm going to see what we have on here. I'm sure there's some admin section on here. I have no clue where it is though, so I want to find it out. See, there's some FTP in here, some FTP folder. That might be interesting to check out later. So let's see what that finds. Use deprecated business-to-business interface that was not properly shut down. I'm sure that has something to do with the API, probably. Let's check out this robots.txt, see what it has. The FTP folder has a disallow, so maybe we'll check it out, see what we can find. Ah, this is interesting. So there is something in here. Quarantine, do you see malware windows? Do you see what the hell is all of this? Exterior orders. So these are all the orders. I'm going to create an order with a different user. So I have my other user here. I'm going to create an order with him. See if I can check the PDFs on there. Add some things to my cart. Check out my basket. Increase the quantity a bit. Check it out. And I have an order now. Let's see what happens when I refresh the FTP. And yep, this is also really bad. I can access the other guy's orders. That is not really good at all. Also, why is this even open? Acquisitions.md. Let's see what this has in store for us. Ah, and there are the coupons. Only MD and PDF files. So maybe just move it back. There's no such file in here. Let's just download this file, see if we can. Here it is. I'm not sure if I have curl on here. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, I have to Google a lot, you guys. The quarantine directory, yeah. I'm an idiot. Why am I doing this? I have to do this. Even this. Nope. /FTP/ I just have to curl this into min output. Let's just go to coupons.md. I've got coupons. Let's see. Ah, it's actually the content of the file. Damn, that's fucked up. Somehow these backup files, they do have to contain some information. I have no idea what yet, but we will find out. So, confidential document, that's pretty good as well. The GG file there. No, I think the server is just actually blocking the file, so we will have to find a way to get there. We will probably find a way to get there. Okay, that's interesting. Nothing here. Alright, good. On to the next topic. See if we can find anything interesting here. Profile, REST, admin basket, captcha, continue code. So these are all just Not that interesting if you ask me. Let's see if the API has anything left. Product security answers users. You can try to talk to the API later, by the way. Also, we probably already are doing that by making these post requests. You see, you make post requests to the API basket item, so you are already talking to the API. I'm going to see what other challenges lie ahead. So, back to the scoreboard. I'm going to do one more to-star thing, see if we can find anything, and then we're going to stop for the day. To start as well, please. 5-star feedback, get rid of all customer feedback. Login with the administrator account. This is already solved because I'm using our friend's juice shop here. Thank you, Cybertuna, for sponsoring your juice shop for us. It's really generous of you. Login with. So, security policy, weird crypto. On a legacy plate in the application, dude. All seem interesting. Going to check if I can get something else. Basket access here too. Put an additional product into another user's shopping basket. I can probably do that. What you would probably have to do is go back to the juice shop. Oops, sorry guys, that was my cell phone, by the way. So what I'm going to do here is add a product to my basket. Check out my basket real quick. Add an additional product. Now next I'm going to log in with this user again. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Log in. Since I logged in with this user, now what I'm going to do is open burp again, go to my proxy, see my history, and I'm going to get these guys' credentials. So I'm going to get his token, I'm going to get all of his cookies, and as you can see, I made a put request here. So I'm going to send this to the repeater. I'm going to change all of my cookies here. Voila. Let's make the quantity 3, and we did that. We updated somebody else's basket. That's not supposed to happen either, as you can expect. There's probably also something wrong with the delete and stuff like that. But I'm going to keep it at this. I've been streaming for 40 minutes. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you found it interesting. We will continue in the future, of course. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to leave my scan running for now. I'm going to see what I can find. Maybe there's some stuff in there that I can find still. Who knows? For now, I'll upload this as well to YouTube. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a nice evening. See you guys later. See you guys later.